mga painumdum para malikayan ang COVID-19. Una, hugasi ang mga kamot. Ikaduha, kung maubo, tabuni ang baba. Ikatulo, likayi ang pagkaputi ni mata, irong ug baba. Ikaupat, kung magawas, obserbara ang social distancing. Ikalima, stay at home. Purublig kita malampasan nini nga pandemya. Mensahe tikang Deped Leyte, Aral TV, kanini nga stasyon.
Hello kids! How are you today? I hope you're doing great! I am your teacher Jerry, and I am happy to assist you in our lesson on identifying the simple tenses of verbs. Kids, do you help your parents in doing the household chores? Very good! At this time, you only stay at home, so be sure to learn how to do household chores just like the children in the story that I am going to tell you. Listen as I read the story of Peter and Paul. As I read, look for the action words used in the sentences. Peter and Paul help their parents at home. Every morning, they feed the ducks and chickens. Paul washes the dishes after breakfast. On Saturday, they clean the house. Paul scrubs the floor. Peter dusts the tables and chairs. On Sundays, they go to church. In the afternoon, Peter usually goes with his friends to play basketball. Now, let's read together. Peter and Paul help their parents at home. Every morning, they feed the ducks and chickens. Paul washes the dishes after breakfast. On Saturday, they clean the house. Paul scrubs the floor. Peter dusts the tables and chairs. On Sundays, they go to church. In the afternoon, Peter usually goes with his friends to play basketball. Were you able to find the action words in the paragraph? Let's check your answers. Correct. Help, feed, washes, clean, scrubs, dusts, go, and goes are the action words found in the paragraph. Today, we will identify the simple tenses of verbs, namely, past, present, and future. First, let's define what a verb is. It is a word that expresses an action, an occurrence, or a state of being. Example in the sentence, the children play at the garden. The verb play expresses the action being done by the children. Kids, what are you doing now? All right, you are watching. You are listening. Watching and listening are action words. Action words are called verbs. Verbs have tenses. Tenses of verbs tell us how an action relates to the flow of time. Simple tenses usually refer to a single action. In general, simple tenses express facts and situations that existed in the past, exist in the present, or will exist in the future. The time expression in the sentence will help us identify the turns of verb. The verb in the first sentence, I cleaned my cabinet yesterday, is in the past tense because the action was done in the past. It's finished. Notice that the action word ends in ed. If an action word or verb ends in D or ED, we can say that the tense of the verb is past. The time expression used in the sentence is yesterday. Yesterday is an example of past time expression. Sentence in the past tense tells us that the action has already happened. Now, what is the tense of the verb in the sentence? I clean my bedroom every day. That's right. The tense of the verb in the sentence is present. Why? If an action word or verb ends in S, or it is in its base form, we can say that the tense of the verb is present. The time expression in the sentence can help us identify the tense of the verb. Present tense tells us that the action is done habitually or regularly. In this sentence, the present time expression every day is used. How about the sentence, I will clean my shoe rack later? What is the tense of the verb used? Very good! The verb is in the future tense. Why? The action word or verb used in the sentence is will clean. Notice that will is a linking verb and clean is the base form or simple form of verb. If an action word or verb uses a linking verb will or shall before the base form of the verb, we can say that the verb is in the future tense. The time expression used in the sentence is later. Later is an example of future time expression. The simple future is a verb tense that is used to talk about things that haven't happened yet or that will happen at some point in the future. Here are some examples of the simple tenses of verbs. Create or creates. Instruct or instructs. Well, the words created and instructed are in the past tense. The words will create and shall instruct are in the future tense. Now that you already know the 3 simple tenses of verbs, let us try this activity. Ready your paper and ball pen. Identify the verb used in each sentence and tell whether it is in the past, present, or future tense. Let's start. First, Roy cleans his cabinet every Saturday. Second, Peter washed the dishes last night. Third, Mother cooks breakfast every morning. Fourth, Ben will harvest sweet potatoes this afternoon. Fifth, Rosa picked roses in the garden an hour ago. What is your score? If you got 5, excellent. If your score is 3 or 4, good. 2 and below, nice try. Please focus more on the next activity. Let us try another activity. Draw a heart if the underlined verb is in the present tense. A moon if the underlined verb is in the past tense. And a star if the underlined verb is in the future tense. First, my friends will plan for their get-together next week. Second, the teacher talks well in her discussion every day. Third, last week we cooked bok choy and we all enjoyed the hot soup. Fourth, they gracefully danced maglalatik on stage yesterday. Fifth, most mothers cook vegetables for their children every mealtime. Sixth, the grade 6 pupils always pray fervently. Seventh, last week, the school principal announced that the pupils need to wear book character costumes in celebration of the book reading month. Eighth, the government will give financial assistance to the families that were greatly affected by the strong typhoon. Ninth, the two siblings always come to school on time. Tenth, surely the people will understand the situation. What is your score? If you got 10, excellent. If your score is 8 or 9, very good. 6 or 7, good. 5 and below, please study more. This time, choose the correct tense of the verb that best completes each sentence. First, Samuel sits down and blank writes in his notebook. Second, Mrs. Smith blank sang or will sing a song in the talent show next month. Third, they blank talked 3 hours last night. Fourth, my baby sister blank speaks or spoke the first time yesterday. Fifth, they blank study or studied their lessons every day. What is your score? I know you did well in this activity. Kids, you already know the 3 simple tenses of verbs. These are present, past, and future. We also learned that putting time signal is a clue in identifying the tense of the verb used in the sentence. Now, open your module to page 14 and answer the assessment on identifying verb tenses. Make sure to follow the directions. When you are done answering, contact your teacher via email or messenger. You can also send SMS to the cell phone number which you can find in your instructional kit. Good news! You can now review this video through our YouTube channel. Search Aral TV Deped Leyte. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Today, we learned how to identify the past, present, and future tenses of verbs. Also, on how to correctly use them in sentences. I hope you enjoyed learning with me today. Again, I am your teacher, Jerry, reminding you to embrace the new normal. Yes to learning. See you next time. Bye!